Now, if you are not a gamer and you don't know what's happening with the biggest game in the world right now, Call of Duty, and this Nickmercs character, basically all you need to know is Nickmercs started off as a content creator, playing Call of Duty, those types of games. And, you know, when popular content creators become big, they tend to get their own skins in games that they are well known in. So Nickmercs had what they call an operations skin in Call of Duty, but after some tweets from him, and more specifically one tweet, which we are going to look at, they decided to just completely remove it and, you know, defend the, you know, groomers, so to say. But let's take a look at the original tweet that got Nick in trouble. Okay. Now, that's the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay, now, with Nick's tweet, it wasn't even like a normal tweet. It was just like him commenting on something, and this is what he was commenting on. Okay, a couple quote tweet inception happening right now. So this person tweeted, anti-LGBT protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators outside of Glendale, CA school board meeting. The school board is voting on recognizing June as a Pride Month. And I'm going to play the audio. Can I even play this? Yeah, I'm not even sure if I can like show the video, but basically there's a ruckus happening outside the school board meeting, which is something we do not want to see. And then this person quote tweeted it and said, This happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life." Now, Nickmercs responded with, they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. And that's it. That's all he tweeted about this. Okay. Very tame, very, you know, I'd say pretty normal opinion on, you know, the whole LGBT things, right? I feel like most Americans would say, yeah, just, you know, do whatever you want, but leave the kids out of it. You know, we leave the kids out of, you know, other adult topics and stuff. So why is this one different than the others? So very normal topic. And then right after that, Call of Duty tweeted this: due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community. So, all Nickmercs said was, leave the little kids out of it. And that prompted Call of Duty to come out and just, I guess, cancel him. They didn't really cancel him. His operator got removed from the store, which is ridiculous. And, you know, a lot of people in this comments are saying, you know, why are you still playing Call of Duty? Yeah, that's a good question. But, you know, it's very ridiculous, especially coming from Call of Duty. Blaire White tweeted this, pointing out the hypocrisy, of course, in Call of Duty for being, you know, after canceling him for being anti-LGBTQ, they do apparently, allegedly, censor the pride flag in the Middle Eastern versions of the game, which is, you know, what everyone does during Pride Month, honestly. If you look at any corporation that has a rainbow flag pride picture in their profile pic, and then say they have like a Saudi Arabia or Middle East account as well, they won't have the rainbow flag because they want the money. Oh, okay. They want the money, people. Let's take a look at this. This is Nickmercs responding to his operator skin being canceled.
I didn't like what I was seeing, man. Okay, I saw parents brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. You know, I'm sure a lot of you guys can understand how that video would piss some people off. It pissed me off. Okay. Now, I mean, full transparency. You know, how do I put this? I gotta be very, very careful here. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm making a lot of people mad. Wasn't my intention. I mean, listen, my wife and I just had a baby.
I mean, to be fair, he is like dancing around it a bit. I get it. He doesn't want to start more controversy, but you know, it's sad when he has to like be careful with his words, especially with a very tame statement of leaving these kids alone, right? The fact that he has to be careful and not upset people by telling them to, hey, leave the kids alone with your whatever nonsense is just sad in today's world. But let's let him continue.
Brand new father. You know, we seeing these kinds of videos. It's sad, you know. But her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that. I'm trying to keep it really simple, just so we don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just it really is that simple. I think I just have a bigger perspective on this now, being a parent, than I did maybe 2 months ago. So, you know, the video bothered me.
And that's a big common occurrence that's happening now with these people. You know, a lot of people who are waking up and being upset with, you know, seeing this community kind of target kids. That's kind of harsh, but like involving kids in their more adult activities. A lot of the people upset are parents, you know, just people who have children themselves. And a lot of them are waking up and saying, hey, you know, this is not okay. I do also want to point out that I'm like reading the chat and they seem to be, you know, in agreement with him. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, this person right here said, bro, don't apologize. You're 100% in the right, you know? And I don't think he's like apologizing. I think he's just giving more context to his tweet.
Right. And that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. I don't have any quarrel with anybody in here. I don't have any quarrel with people on the internet. It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet. That wasn't what it was. Now, listen, if you have issues with me or if you have issues with that tweet, then, hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong. That's not the truth. I've said things in my past. I've done things in my past. We all have, okay? People grow. People get better. It's part of life, man, okay? And I've grown a lot as a human being on planet. I'm sure we all have, okay? I do not feel that way. I just simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want and you can spin it, flip it, flop it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet, okay? So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweet because I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. You know, I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting my response. You know, and I do want to apologize to Puckett though. I feel like I might have brought a little bit of shit his way, man. I didn't mean to do that. Like I'm saying, man, I look down at that little homie in that other room in there, bro. It's my whole world now.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, he didn't cave to the mob, which is good. He's standing by what he said. And yeah, he shouldn't apologize because what he said wasn't that bad at all. It's a simple statement most Americans have, and he shouldn't get canceled for it. All he said was just leave kids alone, which I thought we live in a society where we protect women and children, but apparently the loud people on Twitter do not like that. Some more tweets here about this statement. We also got a response from Dr. Disrespect. If you do not know who Dr. Disrespect is, he is he is the best streamer, in my opinion, out there in terms of production and quality of gameplay and just the entertainment in general.
It just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. That Call of Duty, Activision made the decision to pull Nickmercs' skin and bundle off the game. For that. Champs, just imagine. Nick's, he's one of us. He's one of us streamers, right? To get your own skin and bundle and that whole collaboration on the biggest shooter franchise out there and be one of the first to do it in Call of Duty, that's such a massive accomplishment, And he worked hard years and years, built a nice community. He's a great representation of a streamer gaming, And just like that, he made it, got it in there, and they pulled it down. That's a fucking tough one, man. That's a tough one. For what again? So what I got to do? What we got to do?
So Tim the Tap Man had this to say, who is a fellow streamer. Nickmercs has been my friend for years. We went into getting our COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. In support of my friend, please remove the Tim the Tap Man bundle. So, like Nickmercs, Tim the Tap Man's famous streamer, known for playing games like COD, Fortnite, the whole thing. And he also had an operator bundle in the game, himself in the game. But he's standing up with his friend saying, hey, if he's going to get his bundle removed, remove my bundle. I'm standing up against, this unfair treatment. And then, of course, Activision saw that and said, at Tim's request, remove the Tim the Tap Man operator bundle. With the Jeremy quote tweeting it, says, it has to be really cool for these people to have their likeness in these games. That's one of the coolest things. You become so famous for playing a game that the game puts you in, and you can play as yourself. And for Tim the Tap Man to stand up with his friend and stand against his unfair treatment, that's huge respect to Tim the Tap Man. Hopefully more content creators will follow suit, but we will see, because that is the latest on the Nickmercs Call of Duty shenanigans happening right now. Just some final thoughts on that. It's just crazy how one simple, not even like controversial opinion can get you canned from these corporations that are just ran, it seems like, by the loudmouths on Twitter, you know? I feel like most people would agree that we should leave kids out of, especially like adult activities, and from any community, right? Whether it's like strip club or drag races or whatever it may be, we should leave kids out of it. It's just ridiculous, the world we live in now.